See, the more of you that come together, that speak up and change the energy of yourselves. You see, one of you may think, I cannot change or shift the energy. Of course you may think like this. But if you remember, you are a collective of energy. Yeah, it was Einstein. Yes, well done. It's here. And time of reset on your planet. It is a time of reshuffling your lives and deciding how you move forward. Great changes on your planet at this time. Welcome to my trance channeling session, and today we're running a special event. And if ever you'd like to join us, all you have to do is go to www.annebayford.com and join us for the Monday channeled events. And so I'm just going to be receiving information. So I'm a bit like a radio as a receiver, receiving the information. I'm going to channel it out to you. Hopefully we're going to go into trance, and who knows who's going to come forward. Sometimes I have Einstein, sometimes I have Zachariah. Sometimes there's a collection of other beings that are around me that I channel, and they come in with the information. So when they talk, they use my voice box, it comes forward, and I give you the information. Can I please ask you to click and subscribe to this channel so that more and more people will hear the information? This is just like a radio station, but not receiving the local channels you have on planet Earth, but it's receiving other channels from other planets. When I go into trance channeling, what it actually means is that I'm a bit like a radio, a receiver, so I'm receiving information. And what that means is that I'm opening up my channels, and so a bit like, if you can imagine, thank you, one of my guys has just given me this, it's a bit like a sky dish, you know, like a satellite dish that's moving around, sort of tuning into energies. I don't know what's going to happen today because it is live. I'm just going to give you what I receive. And it's a bit like being a radio. When you turn the radio on, you might be listening to a music channel or a talk show. So I'm picking up on the radio waves, the frequencies that are out there, and I'm asking for information to come in. So in the beginning, I'm just going to allow them to come in. So you give me a few moments just to allow them to step forward. So what happens is when I say they can come in, I have my gatekeeper who's monitoring everything on this side, like a security guard, and I have my guides here also that are monitoring what's going on. And then we open up, as in my energy's opening up, and then I allow whoever would like to step forward. And there are many different channels, so many different like frequencies out there. So they might be from other planets, they might be just outside of our, of our planet, they might be further afield. But I'm just going to be tuning in like you do on a radio, and you turn the dial and then you see what you pick up. So I don't know, but we're sort of seeing, this is live, folks, so we'll have a go. And lovely Helen is going to assist me, and Helen will monitor it and manage it for me and for them. Thank you very much. So just give me a moment. When they normally come in, they normally say welcome, welcome, welcome. That's their sign. I think they may have some information for you. Thank you. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, the voice box is working. Good. It's like any instrument, you have to test it before you use it, of course. We are pleased to be here with you today. That we have a collective of energy that is coming in through Anne. We are channeling through. Imagine it's like a funnel of information coming in. There is a combination of different energies stepping forward, not just one. We are a collective of energy. We circulate around your planet and other neighboring planets. Hopefully some of you may be feeling the energy of ourselves as we step forward. We are of a healing energy. We are not here to drain your energy, but we are here also to bring you all together on your planet. It's of great interest that we step forward with yourselves today. There are great changes ahead, but your planet is always evolving and going through great changes, as we are always aware. But the evolution of the human brain is slightly slower than we would wish it to be. Your evolution is a lot slower than other planets. You take longer to understand. It's because many of you with your sensory system are in fear and hold back. We are aware. This has happened also on other planets where they may be a little bit slower too. It always amazes us how your planet always seems to think that you're the only planet with living beings on it. If you imagine how many planets are in the galaxies, those are nearby your neighbors, for instance, How would it be possible that you think that you are the only ones that can think, or even that there is an existence on your planet? Where do you think you came from originally? So many of your species on your planet has been from other planets that have landed where you are. You haven't all originated from your planets, you see. It's of interest, really. We are surprised that many of you are unaware of this. There are many of us also that exist on your planet too. But we are caped or masked, or we cannot be seen by others, but only of those who are of similar beings can you see each other. Your planet seems as if it's a great experiment at times. Humankind is a species of its own in a sense of destruction. We are aware of that, but also great love for each other. And this is that time on your planet of bringing forward great love on your planet. Great changes are ahead. It is a time of reset on your planet. It is a time of reshuffling your lives and deciding how you move forward. Great changes on your planet at this time. It's of great interest to us. You see, many of you are still unaware of your calendars and your clocks and how nature works. Many of you are aware that if you follow nature, how the body performs much better. It is the simple things you see. We are aware of the month, we are aware of the year, and we're aware of the changes of seasons. And we are aware to say to you that if only you tuned in to your area or location, your environment in which you lived, that you would understand how the mechanics of your physical body would work much better. You need the sunlight, you see. You need to sleep, you need to rest. If you look around the animals in your environment, you'll see what your animals are doing. They are the ones that are really tuned in and clicked on. You should be paying more attention to the environment around you. You see, many of you live in your boxes with the artificial lights, the shifts that many of you work outside of the human constructs of the body. The body must have rest. Of course it must. It must repair itself. If you think of your cells in your body and where and how it needs to nourish itself, repair itself, it's of great importance that you are aware of your environment around you, that you listen and tune into it. The water on your planet, the water, the food. We are aware that many of you individually have become in a pickle, in a sense, with your planet as the information that has been sent out. The others who are trying to make you aware of how maybe you possibly should live your lives. We're aware it's quite difficult, I know, because of the authority that rules above each and every one of you, how you are controlled, how money has become a part of the power game and the energy and the frequency that is held on your planet. We are aware of this. But we step forward to assist and to oblige and to help as much as we can. But of course we are aware of how individuals tend to want to take control of their own lives and then become confused. It is like the toddler, who wishes to do it their way and not seek the advice or the help of others. The more that we have tried to assist your planet over the many years that we have existed, many of you decided to choose your own route and your direction. We still have not forsaken you. We have stepped forward to assist you. We are open for questions. We would ask you to strip back everything that you have thought that you were and how you should live your life. This is a time of reset. This is a time to tune in to how you wish to live the next part of your life. There is never a too late situation, whether someone is 80 or 90 or 100 or younger as such. It is to reset. Look at the body. What is the body saying to you at this particular time? Are you tuning in and feeling any ailments? Is there something that you can make a difference or a change? Your body is going to be the first port of call to have the voice being heard for your body. If there is any ailments in your physical body, it's making you aware of the energy around you and how you are living life. Many of you feel that your brain is the most important part of your physical body, but not necessarily true. Your body becomes overloaded with heavy metals, chemicals, words, thoughts, images. There is much destruction going on in the brain. The brain is trying to process. It tries to multitask when it only needs to concentrate on one thing at a time. We are aware that the brain, of course, is working within the physical body and is helping your organs and is navigating every system in your physical body. We are aware of this, but we are also saying that sometimes the mind is your own worst enemy of what you may think of yourselves or the direction that you are heading in. It is maybe to step outside of the constructs of what the mind thinks it should be doing, the body and the job and the work and how you should be living your life. That gets in the way. It would be to strip back. It would be to find what brings you the bliss. We are aware that many of you are aware of the teachings of the soul, listening to the soul guidance. But many of you have not learnt this through your education. What we mean is the soul should be guiding you. You should be able to tune in to your higher self. This is the programming from your soul self. This is information from your heart center. Your planet has focused too much on the brain and always wanting more, whereas the heart should really be leading each and every one of you. If it feels lovely or nice, or however it feels peaceful or calm, or exhilarating or empowering or inspiring to listen to a bird, then to sit and to listen to a bird, rather than rushing to catch that train. Then we would say give yourself a little bit longer in the morning, get up earlier to listen to that bird, rather than rushing. Many of you are rushing to your death. Many of you are unaware that what you are doing to your bodies. Your brain is feeding information into your physical body. You see, you can create this change. It is to look at what it is that your heart center truly desires and to create more of it, and to have trust and belief in the energy of the heart center, which is connected to your higher self, your soul consciousness. It is to live in bliss. Now, we are aware of the human race, how it very rarely often resides in peace, because the brain always kicks in and tries to take over. The ego always tries to take over. We are aware of the inner battles. We are aware. But this is a time of healing now. So we would suggest those who feel they need this time to heal, this is the time. Time for reset. Set those goals in a sense of the intentions of where and how you'd wish to live your life. Don't make it too complicated with the brain asking or looking for directions, as in the sense of what to do next. Live every day as if it's your last. I know this is a cliche that you have on your planet, but many of you are unaware of if it is your last day. So why not live it as if it's your last day and see how much fun and joy that you reside in your physical self, and the reprogramming of the brain. The brain needs to be reprogrammed now more than ever before. We hope that we've assisted and helped with your question.
Thank you.
It is always when the soul is ready to take part. There will be many on your planet that are shifting at different times. Not everyone is ready to do something at this moment in time to move forward. It is for those who feel enlightened to do it. You will feel this urge in your body, your physical body, your intuition kicking in. There is many cycles on your planet. There are those, as you are aware, have those awakening, those spiritual awakening as you call it. That awareness that you are shifted, that you have changed, you are not the person that you were born as, that you're going through many changes. There will be those who have those situations arriving in those lives. But many of them may feel that there is a disaster that's happened in their life and go into their mindset and makes them quiet and depressed and still and small. There will be many that will turn to the drugs that you have on your planet, the medicines. Not that the medicines are helping in any shape or form, to be honest with you. Some of those medicines create toxins in the physical body and blurs and fogs the brain, creating more heavy metals and a disconnection to your own intuition and your guidance system. You see, all of you are radios and receivers. You can all receive information. It is learning to tune into the information and to receive the information and to be open. The time for each person can be very different. There are many different cycles on your planet, and of course many of you will be guided and interested in the information, and you'll learn so much, and you'll know this is the time that how you feel, and feel that you are at the peak of where you're meant to be at any particular time. And then something else happens in your life, and then you wonder, oh, I did all the work, I thought I'd sorted that problem out, do I need to go through the problems again? And then yes, something else will happen. It's called evolution. You are evolving, of course. But those who are saying the time is now, yes, for some people the time is now. For others it may feel as if it doesn't call upon that time. It may just feel that you need to do it in your own time. You see, time is a strange concept as you are aware. It will feel very different for each and everybody. Yes, your planet is going through great changes, but your planet has always been going through great changes and shifts. The humans killing one another, humans are depopulating the planet in many different forms, shapes and forms, and in many different methods, of course. There is much fear from those higher up, maybe we'd say higher up, but we wouldn't say higher up, but those maybe in your hierarchy that feel maybe the planet is too small to have this population growing and extending. So there are many methods to how they may decide to depopulate your planet. There are many individuals that are going through many stages at this moment, but if it means the time is now, 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 maybe it could mean it's the time is now to tune in to the higher self and just find out for yourself. It is better for your own individual person that you tune into the energies that you feel is right at any given time. Maybe the exercise here is not that what the rest of everyone is doing, but what feels comfortable for yourself. That would make sense, to do what feels comfortable for yourself. It may be the time is right, the time is right, the time is right, the time is right for others. But for yourself, you may be on a different cycle. So it may be that at this moment in time, the time is right for you is tomorrow, or the next time, or the next week, or next year. Don't last and take it too long, but we would say just take your time. It's necessary to take your time. Whatever feels right for you. Like animals, tuning more into your intuition, your instincts. What is your instinct telling you? Your intuition. That is your internal guidance system. You are all brought forward with your instincts and your intuition. It's just learning how to use your intuition. You all are psychic to some degree, picking up on energy around you. And you can work all with your sensory selves. It's just learning how to use it and how to work with it. Just like driving a car. It's learning how to use the instrument. Hopefully we've answered your question. I love that question. I absolutely love that question. Right. Say for instance, I think some of you know this already, but when I'm doing psychic work, I'm seeing like a energy around each and every one of my clients. I see the energy around them. I might see the images, I might hear the images, hear the sounds or smell, whatever. So all my sensory system. So when we're working psychically, I can see all that like a globe of information around you, and I'm tuning into it and I'm feeling it, and I can bring you all that information. So information that's happened today, yesterday, a couple of years ago, whatever it is, all the journeys. Working mediumistically, because I have to explain this so I can tell you the next bit, but working as a medium, I'm literally in the middle of my client sitting on this other side of the screen if I'm working online, and my client on this side, and they're both clients, and I will hear the information or see it or hear it, receive it, whatever, but I'm having a conversation with them, and they step forward, those who've in spirit step all the way in, and then they give me information. They're talking to me and I'm their voice box for them. So that's working mediumistically, and their personality comes forward. You know, they don't have a physical body anymore, they're in energy, and it makes it easier to come in. When I'm channeling, say for instance I'm talking to you now, I'm easily picking up information from them. They're giving me some information like what I do in class. Sometimes Einstein comes in, he'll drop something into my head. I think he was talking about quantum physics at some point, and I didn't know what it meant, or relativity or something, theory of relativity, whatever. And again, I don't know the information. you guys know me. I haven't done any degrees in this. And then he'll come through and he'll give me all this information and gets a little bit frustrated with me because I'm like, I don't know it all, but I still sort of hand over. So I'm physically here. I'm aware of the information I'm receiving, some of it, not all of it. But when they go into one, I'm like, not sure, that's the channeling. When I do trance channeling, I'm opening up all my energy systems and I'm saying I'm open, I'm not thinking, I'm just moving my energy over to the left-hand side gently. So you might see my physical body sitting here, but I've learned how to move my energy over to one side. So there's a little bit of a shift here. And some of you who are in my classes, I do the 360-degree sort of meditation where I teach you to move in and out of your body. So I move over to my left-hand side and I allow them to come in. Now I have a gatekeeper, my security guard sort of like says, okay, right, I'm watching your energy, you know, your name's not on the list, you're not coming in. I literally also have a guide that when I died the third time, went on the operating table, my guide with a little flip chart thing, little clipboard, it's got the names of everyone that's coming in. It's a bit like if you coming into a nightclub and your name's not on this, you're not coming in. And that guide's here too. And so they'll say, right, you can come in. Now, when I'm doing trance channeling, I don't know who's coming in. So I'm very open. I'm very like in a naive, childlike, come on, come in. I'm excited. Let's see what the message is. And so I shift my energy over to the left-hand side and I can feel them stepping in. And all I know, it's like a big funnel at the top of my head as well, where they sort of come in and through me. So there's a collection of individual beings, whoever that is, and they step inside. And I've been trying to teach this to my Tuesday class at the moment. Some of you were in my Tuesday class, and it's not that easy. But you have to give over and you have to surrender your voice box because that's how they're going to communicate. So it's like they always... they warm up my vocal cords for a little bit and then whoever steps in and out. But then I don't just channel one, it's a collective of energy that comes in. And sometimes one individual energy, because I was aware that one individual energy stepped all the way forward to speak. I was aware of that shift, and it's a bit like shifting a car, you know, when you're going through, going from first gear, second gear, third gear, whatever. And I could feel the shift then, and they just take over, and I'm totally unaware. And then when it's time to come back, you know, the guide with the little glasses on this side that I saw when I had my near-death experience will say, "Come on, she's getting tired," or "There's no questions, move on. Come on." And that's what happens. So yes, I haven't got a clue what I said. Great question. Thank you, Helen. Love that. Anything? I've got a shuffle going on here and I'm trying like, who's answering the question? And like someone's walking around in slippers. I don't know who that is. My goodness me. I can feel their feet and I can hear their feet shuffling around. Okay, thank you. You've spoken before of heaven and hell, and where is heaven and hell, or the differences. Thank you. And they just said, it's interesting. And also you asked the question about the 3D, the 5D, and you also about the split, the shift that we're having in the energy on the planet right now. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. And also the parallel and multiverse, the multiverse. They said the multiverse. You are part of the multiverse. Of course you're part of the multiverse. Each and every one of you are part of the multiverse. Of course you are. How exciting. Good question. We love this. Yes, we do indeed. Yes, we like this. Very good. Very good. Someone who's asking a question. Good. Excellent. Let's go with this. Okay. The multiverse. Of course, you see, the mind has to shift. The mind is split into some degree. The intelligence, the information that each of you are programming and each of you are discovering more information is down to each and every one of you. You see, your brains are expanding. Your minds are expanding. Of course, the brain does not expand to some degree, but it can do. But of course, it is the mind that is expanding. When your mind expands and you look at many different directions and angles, then you find your answers, you see. It's not that it is physically splitting. You see, your planet is not going to combust and split. I know this may sound exciting, but it's not going to happen to some degree. The conversations that each of you have on your planet is diverse and very different at times, you see. You might have a conversation with somebody that has no idea about the concept of being psychic or a medium or channeling or trance or even aware of the spiritual side or the spiritual energy, you see. You see, there's always been this energy on your planet of spirituality, energy. We like this word energy, spiritual energy on your planet. It is just that it has been masked for so many years, you see. Going back in time, you see, if you create religions and other cultures, and yes, you've heard this from us before, it then segregates each and every one of you. There are many teachers before that would sit together and to discuss on your planet. There are many scholars, you see, that used to discuss this information. But see, we are aware of you personally that you have learnt so much more information, and you personally that if you spoke to others who are not aware of energies, they would not understand you at all. They would be stuck in a 3D world of the reality, thinking that life is just about working, just about earning a salary, a wage, to live in one of your boxes, and to feel that it is only to have children and to live a life and then to die. But of course, many of you are aware of the energy on your planet now, that you are shifting your intelligence level. And great fun, and we tune into your energy. Great fun. We are aware that you are shifting your energy. So multiverse to some degree, the multi-dimensions of yourself. You see, the minute you become interested in other energies and other areas of space and everything else around and other realities, you start to observe the world very differently. The quantum fields as such, as when you start to discover about the quantum fields and the quantum energy and the quantum theory and the relativity of that you become the observer of that, then you become aware of the world, how different it is. You see, this is where you've moved and you have shifted into gear as such. We use the word shifted into gear as it's easier to explain. So when you hear about the individuals that are putting information about how the world is splitting, the energy is splitting, not the actual core base of the planet. No, this would be impossible to some degree unless you have your nuclear war, which we are aware of. And hopefully this does not happen, because there are many of your energies on the earth that are open now to discussions. You see, you have to push so far in the human race that the individuals will say, no, stop. It's like the game of chicken. You know, the two cars that come head on head, and one of them has to give in to surrender. So you have a lot of leaders on your planet at the moment where their egos are quite big, you know. So until they are faced with the end of the world, they are still arguing and fighting like toddlers who are throwing their toys out of a pram as such. But we are observing, we are aware, this has existed in many lifetimes, we are aware of the human race. So this shifting from 3D to 5D, there is many more. There's many more dimensions than just the fifth, you see. Some will be left behind in the 3D world, but there will be a minimum amount. The percentage will be lower than what it is now. But many of you will become aware. Now, also something to point out, you see. There is also, you look at your social media and the restrictions that you are having and applying on your social medias right now. Well, you see, we're not restricting you. It's individuals. You see, the more knowledge that you know, your energy shifts and the more dimensions you move into. Now, it is a bit like, we have explained this before, we've used this example of Sonic the Hedgehog or Pac-Man. It's different levels and layers. It doesn't mean you're any better than anyone else. It just means you're understanding, you see. It's like a child can only understand certain things, and then you grow and you go through certain times in your life. So there are many more of you coming together. You see, the more of you that come together, that speak up and change the energy of yourselves. You see, one of you may think, I cannot change or shift the energy. Of course you may think like this. But if you remember, you are a collective of energy. So if you are shifting your mindset of what is happening on your planet, of how you see things, it's helping the energy on your planet, you see, and then you shift. Great fun, great question. I think we have answered. You are left behind in the 3D, that dimension of time and space. Does not mean they fall into a hole or a pot of boiling water. It just means they still live their life as in service, to be of service, the servants, in the sense of credit cards, earning the money, going to work 9 to 5, only having a break on their holiday that is maybe 2 weeks in a year. Those who think that they need to rely on medicines to survive, that's the hell. That's not the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is being more of the entrepreneur and seeing how life can be different, how living your life is different, waking up with the sunshine rather than doing then your shift works on your planet, you see. This was a good question. Now also, you have to see this as the person that you was originally, if we go back even 5 years to yourself, how you may have thought individually, and this is open to everyone in the audience. If you go back 5 years, how all of you may have felt, or before you had your awakening, or before before, you had some drama or trauma that's happened and to make you to rethink differently, you are a different person. And now that you have an understanding of how things work slightly different, it's like looking at the kettle and thinking, I want hot water, but don't know how to put the switch down. And the minute you know how to put the switch down and to even fill up the kettle of water, you can make your teas and your coffee, you see. So this moves you into the next dimension. So it's always about learning and evolution and evolving. And many of your humans on the planet tend to isolate themselves and make themselves small. They're too scared to step out of the norm, you see. So what have you got to lose? You have this one life. How exciting. We no longer have that opportunity here. I've passed now and don't have that opportunity. But if I could, I would come back. I help other scholars, and we also channel for other individuals to pass on the information. Of course we do. We are of necessary. We are helping. We are channeling the more information, of course. But and sometimes I feel what it must feel like again, to feel, to smell, to hear the birds, to hear nature. So what gloriousness you have on your planet right now, that most of you are alive. Of course, we only jest. Of course, you are listening. You are alive. But what great fun you have to experiment and to experience the experiment on your planet at this time. What great came in. I've got, yeah, it was Einstein. Yes, well done. His hair. And he gave me that, there's a picture I've shared in the group sometimes, like brainwaves and everything. He was so excited. I could feel him moving around. And that was channeling, not sort of trance as such, but that was real channeling as sort of mixture. I don't know what you call it, but maybe it's a bit of both. Who knows? That was a great question. He was really happy and really enjoying the question. He felt of purpose, of use again, to come in and to, you know, sit and have enjoyment with you all. So thank you for that. I love that. Brilliant. It's a real experiment. I love it. We just would like to send a message that each and every one of you just tune into yourselves to feel what feels right at any given time. And remember, your physical bodies are communicating with you. And your mind sometimes gets in the way. The mind is the biggest shift here on your planet at this particular time. It is the work to be done to yourself, on yourself. It is the work that is to lie within the mind and how it thinks and sees and feels about possibilities that are happening for you in your life. That's where the work is to be done. We shall step back. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Okay, I don't know what I have said at all. Thank you, Helen. The energy of these beautiful beings that came in to assist us, and as I said, they are in a, I get the impression with these that they're just sort of circling around the planet, sort of local planets nearby. So it's a different energy again. And each time they come in, there are different energies that come in, but they felt very loving and peaceful. I even saw on one of their foreheads like a crystal here on their forehead as a third eye. So it felt very peace-loving energy. But I felt they'd been with us before on the planet. So I felt that they was part of the ecosystem or the energy, or that's what I felt in creating Earth. So it was interesting to sort of see and feel their energy. I was somewhere else. I was just tuned out and stuff. So it was lovely to be with them. So yeah, so again, I never know who's coming in. I have always a collection of energies coming in, but it's lovely and always open to questions. So let's just take a moment, shall we? So just taking a moment just to close your eyes. So just taking a moment to reconfigure your energy, to bring it back into this space. Really feeling your feet upon the surface underneath you. So really tuning in. So really anchoring the soles of your feet. Really allowing yourself, just like a tree, that you're beginning to root yourself into the ground, into the floor, around your feet. Really feeling now as you are there, anchoring yourself, that energy. You're stabilizing yourself. And then just bring your attention to the rest of your body and feeling that breath as you bring in that breath of energy in through the nose. And whenever you're ready, just to drop it into the physical self. Good. And allow it to flow through your body, observing your breath. Not your mind, but just gently observing your breath as you allow it to flow in through the nose, coming all the way into the receptors within the brain, and then dropping it down into the physical core of your physical self. And as you aware of your breath at your own pace, allowing yourself to extend now. On the out breath, feel that, and on the in breath, feel it. Just breathing in and out whenever you are ready. And as you breathe in and out, just feel the extension of yourself within your rib cage, within your heart center, how you allow yourself to fully extend, coming out. Almost as if that as you breathe in and breathe out, it's like as if your arms are extending around you, that you're feeling the energy around you like a bubble of globe of light, like globule of energy as it moves and shimmers around your physical body. So as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out, feeling that porous of your energy self, that the energy flows in and flows out, always nourishing and feeding you. So as you breathe in, the energy around you, this globule of light, it brings in the energy through your porous system, coming in, centralizing it into the heart system, and then dropping it gently through the core, coming down through the base of the spine and sending it down through your legs. Send some nourishment and energy in through your body, pushing it down into the earth's crust, and allowing yourself to connect, feeling into the energy of the earth, feeling the core of Mother Earth as you are breathing in and breathing up the energy. Allow it to begin to rise, feeling the gentle vibrational feeling that's rising up through the physical self, feeling that energy as it moves up through the base, all the way up through the spinal cord, coming all the way up, sitting in the heart center now. And again, whenever you're ready, on your in and out breath, the next in breath, draw again the energy up through the core of Mother Earth, allowing it to vibrate gently all the way up, moving like a ripple effect, a wave of energy coming all the way up as if it's gently stroking your energy system, feeling that wave as it comes all the way up into the throat center, coming up to the back or the base of the skull, the top of the neck where the spinal fluid is, and gently, it's almost like a firework display, gently as it rises up into the brain and into the top of the skull, an explosion of colors, of light energy, and allowing it to be there in that space with you. That shimmering vibrational energy of the iridescent globule of light around you now, as if it moves like a gentle jellyfish in the ocean of time and space. Just as it ripples around you, you can feel the extension. It's almost as if as you take that out breath, as if you're blowing this bubble of light around you, that extending yourself as far as you can. Almost as if it feels through your fingertips as you are allowing yourself just to touch this gentle membrane around you. As you're feeling into the energy, as it gently moves, you can feel as if that lightness in your feet, as if you're gently feeling as if you're trying to take off, like in a bubble of light. And this bubble of light gently allows itself to extend. It moves up very gently, as if a gentle breeze of air that just flows through your system, as if it lifts you up. You can almost feel this elevation, like elevating above your head, almost as if your physical body is sitting there, but your energy self has this expansion, almost like a bouquet of flowers, as if you're lifting up and spreading out with all the colours around you. The pinks, the purples, the reds, the yellows, the greens. Almost as if you can smell the blossom of the flowers right now and hear the birds around you. As if you are connecting to nature, feeling the seasons around you, almost as if that you're swaying gently in the breeze, like a tree as it just gently moves its branches from side to side, and seeing the shrubbery of new shoots beginning to produce itself, with the flowers, the bright colours, the pinks, the yellows, the whites, almost smelling it as it comes in through the nostrils, and you can feel it as if it's feeding up through the nose into the brain, and there's this firework display of energy, feeling the colours bursting throughout your whole of your body, and feeling that extension with yourself. And as you're gently allowing yourself to feel the elevation, as if you're elevated, feel as if that you're moving moving with the trees, and just feel that gentle sway and that calmness. The oceans around you, that shimmering light on the waves as the ripple effects of the water that shimmers around you. Just tuning into the Mother Nature and the Mother Earth of the energy of how there's great change at this particular time. Allowing the energy to move within your cells, that renewal, that regeneration. Feeling that restorative rest that your body needs at this particular time. It's almost as if that nature around you is sending the colours to feed your chakras. The yellows, the greens, the purples, the reds, the oranges. Just feel that into that space, the smells of the colours of nature. And hearing the birds, they gently communicate with you, sending you through a message. As you have this expansion of energy of connecting to Mother Earth, just gently allowing like angelic energy just to step in either side of your body, allowing your guides to step forward and just to assist you gently as they come in on the energy. It's almost as if there's a message there waiting for you, as if they're presenting you just with an envelope, as if you've got to open this important message for yourself. And imagine now as you're opening that envelope, what's the message? And you pull it gently out. There's a piece of paper, almost as if there's a smell attached to it, and you can feel the paper between your fingertips. You may feel that as it touches your fingertips, and you can just hear it gently as it slides out from the envelope. And as you cannot wait, the eagerness to read the message, you gently unfold this message like a little card or a piece of paper or something that's there in your hands. And as you read the message, it's something that you need to hear for yourself at this particular time. There's a message for you from your spirit guides, from your inner self, your higher self. The angelic energy that roams around you, that just gently moves your energy. And as you read this message, there's something there that you need to know. What is the message that you need to know at this time? You may catch a glimpse of it or feel it as it resonates through your fingertips, and the skin is just feeling it through your fingertips. You can just feel it as you move through your fingers into your heart center. It's almost as if you hold it tightly. I want to sit so much closer. It's almost as if it dissolves into your fingers. The message is dissolving in you through your fingertips, through your arms, and all the way into your heart center. You no longer have it in your hands. You just have this empty envelope where the message of information resides. And whenever you're ready, it will come into your body, to your mind, to remind you to refresh your system. So as you're there in that space and absorbing the energy of that message, you're tuning into Mother Earth. You're feeling the difference in the cycle on the earth. You're allowing yourself to feel the electromagnetic fields around you as you're allowing yourself to gently sway with the energy. Moving side to side, just gently tuning in. Almost as if your body just gently begins to feel that sway. Feeling that energy as it moves through your system. You can feel it moving through your spinal cord as if there's a tune being played out by Mother Nature. As if all the birds around you are hearing it and they know the message. But it's through your ears. When it hears it, it drops into your physical self. Maybe your pores, almost as if they're like ears, as if they are hearing it through each and every single pore in your body. And feeling and smelling the energy around you of nature changing the seasons and the cycles. That as you breathe in and breathe out, as you breathe in, you can smell the change in the season. Your body is acknowledging the shifts in your physical self and the body around you. And as you're absorbing the energy and the smells and your senses, the warmth around you, the air around you, you allow it to drop As you're breathing in and as you're breathing out, you're gently allowing yourself to come back into your physical self. As you breathe in, your pores are feeling as you're drawing into your heart center now. And your feet, how you anchor your soles of your feet into the earth. Feeling that energy. As gently on the count of 3, I'll bring you back into this space and receiving the information that you need to receive. And as you dream this evening, that you will feel the information as it gently plants itself internally within. 1. Begin to feel yourself gently coming back into this space. 2. Begin gently to stretch like a cat or a dog and wiggling your fingers and toes. 3. Whenever you're ready, when you come back into this space, gently begin to take that breath in to draw yourself back in. Draw it down through the physical body. Let it go when you're ready. When you're ready, opening your eyes and come back into this space. Come back. Always anchor yourself back into this space. And if you feel that message or read a message or know there's a message somewhere but you don't know what it is, it will come to you later. Don't worry. I love it. Okay, absolutely love it. Just to make you aware, I've put some new consultations on my website. They're only 30-minute long. And I think there's a spiritual one and there's a psychic mediumship one. So if there's any short questions that you wanted to answer in the 30-minute one, there's that. For those who are learning to do psychic mediumship and you want to help with, that sort of things, or getting your own practice up and going, there's another appointment for that as well. But there's a couple of new appointments on there at the moment. And of course, there's new stuff going out on Substack. And there are classes during the week online.